time for talking guitars and more. Well, good evening. Good evening, my friends. We are here with another episode of Talking Guitars and More, right here on the Joe Wentz Project TV YouTube channel. And here we go. We want to bring in the co-host, Mr. Larry Riker, right there, all the way from Simpsonville, South Carolina. How are you doing, Mr. Riker?
Good. How are you? How's everybody doing?
I'm doing okay, man. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it.
Good, good.
And special guest tonight, my son, Nathan, is joining the show as well. There he is.
What's up, Nate?
Look at that cool room, man, with those lights and the Zakk Wylde and the amps and everything. He's got it going on. Thanks for being here, son. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here, man. I'm looking forward to tonight's show, if I can speak. We got a couple people popping in already. It's very early in the game here. I saw Edwin's comment like 2 hours ago. So, Edwin, he says he doesn't understand anymore. I don't either, so I'm not sure what you're referring to. But thank you for being here, man. And we got Ryan from the OU812 YouTube channel. Thank you, man, for being here. He says, hey, what up, Joe? Let's see. Is that a what? I can't read it. Reon 400. That old. You talking about that old PV? Okay, it's hard for me to read these. Some of these things. Let me put Nathan on solo here, if that's what you're talking about, Mr. Ryan. And that PV, that club combo he's got right there, I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but that I gave him that years ago. A band I was in, actually a duo I was in years ago, the guitar player / vocalist. Yeah, the PV, yes. He gave that to me. He just gave it to me. And that's old school right there. And so before Nathan could have like a decent half stack or something, I gave that to him. And do you still use that, Nathan?
From time to time. It's actually a PV Heritage is what it's called.
Oh, a Heritage. Okay, I couldn't remember what it was. Man, it's been so long. But yeah, that thing's got to be over 30 years old. And all that stuff. But yeah, I remember when I used it playing gigs and stuff, that thing was loud.
Oh, it still is.
Yeah, it can still get up there, man. Louie in the chat. What's going on, Mr. Louie? Electric Gypsy Blues. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. The good old PV. Yeah, an old faithful, man. That old solid state loud beast.
Oh, no, it's got tubes in it.
Does it? I didn't even remember. I thought
it
was solid state. So that shows how much I know. I've just turned into a retard over the past few years. Driving a truck through the night after night after night after night after night, man. It's turned me just stupid, you know. So, Mr. Dwight Bailey, how are you, sir? Thank you for being here. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody who's taking the time to tune in, man. I really appreciate it. We got a great show tonight. Got a few things on the agenda to talk about. Some interesting things. But first, we're going to go around the room here and see what's happening with our guest here. Mr. Larry Riker, what's been happening with you, sir?
It's been pretty quiet.
Pretty quiet.
Yeah, I haven't bought any new stuff. I've been looking at microphones.
Oh, really?
You know, podcast mics, and it's just hard to not beat that Shure SMB, 7B,
Yeah.
It's just it's expensive, But I'm just going through the research, doing the due diligence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Like-
what it takes, man.
Nothing sounds like that thing, as you know.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's about it. Guitar wise, I've been good.
You've been good. You've been using discipline, proper discipline.
Proper discipline, yeah.
That's what I don't have.
I mean,
I do not have any of that.
You know, everything on Facebook Live, right, or Facebook Marketplace, the prices are crazy.
They are.
know?
They're way overpriced. Way overpriced. It's
Yeah.
just, and I love looking at that stuff too, just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
And real quick, man. R2R3 in the chat. Thank you, R2, for being here, man.
R2.
He says, "Am I late?" Nah, man. We've only been on for a few minutes, brother. You are good. You are good. Can't beat the 5M SB. Is that what that says? Or SM7B? I don't know. I can't read it really well.
SM7B, yeah,
Okay.
that's what you got.
Oh, there you go. See, that's strike two for me. One more and I'm out. Yeah, this mic's pretty good. It's Dave Stafford has the bigger model. This one's the step below that.
Oh, I know what you have.
Yeah, it works fine with me, man. His you have to have the little adapter, like
Cloud lifter.
the cloud lifter. Yeah, and I didn't want to fool with all that.
Gotcha.
So I'm just going straight into the mixer, So it works. It works fine. So let's go over to Nathan, man. Nathan, what has been going on with you, son? Tell us what's been happening in your life lately.
Oh, just the usual work, trying to play, all that good fun stuff.
All the good fun stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to live a life and try to have time for recreation is difficult.
Yeah, the last thing I got was it was a couple months ago. I got that Martin. That's literally all I've been playing.
Yeah, you got the Martin acoustic, yeah. And what was it? There was some kind of deal with that, wasn't it? Did you get some kind of deal, or was that just was it like a special or something? I can't remember.
No, I paid normal price for it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was some kind of closeout or something. I couldn't remember.
No, it wasn't a closeout. It wasn't a super high grade Martin. So it's it's called the Grand Performance line is what it is. The GPC 11, and it's awesome. I've always wanted a nice acoustic.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, man.
Nice.
Martins are great, man. And Nathan sent me a few videos over the past couple of months of him playing his Martin, and it sounds incredible. Sounds great.
It's so easy to play. Usually, you get on an acoustic, and it's just like
that's
you have
all
to
I know.
work.
Yeah, that's all I know.
You have to work to play it.
Yeah, and it hurts your muscles in your hands. You're like bar chords and all. It's like, man, what the hell? Why does anybody even play acoustic? That's why I don't play acoustic, man.
Yep.
It's just. But I need to play that Martin. I would like to see how easy it is. Rando, hey man, how are you doing, sir? Thank you for being here, man. Thank you very much. Now, did that Martin came with a case, right?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a weird case though. It's not like a hard shell case, but it's probably the most industrial gig bag I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, okay, that's okay. At least it came with something. Something.
Yeah, my Lord knows my Charvels don't come with anything.
It's funny you say that because I played the Charvel. You've seen it. The one I got, the same one you have, the Chlorine Burst. Is that right?
Yeah.
I got that for my birthday this year, and I played it yesterday, and I think that's maybe the fourth time I've played that guitar. But it plays great, man.
The pictures don't do it justice. Like when you pull that thing out, it's just like, oh my god, this is so pretty.
It is, yeah. It's very, very nice, man. I put a Godo on yours, didn't I? On
yes,
that?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay. It's still holding up good?
Oh yeah.
Good. Yeah, I still use the stock Floyd on mine. I thought it was fine. I didn't see no need to mess with it, but yeah, I played it some before I went live with Stafford and R2 and Bruce and Jim last night. And I got so, how you get lost in the moment and you're playing it, and I look and I'm like, oh crap, we're going live in like 10 minutes, so had to put all that stuff up and get on the stick there. R2, yeah, man, he says it was cool to hang with the crew, the old crew last night. That was a blast, man. If y'all didn't see the show, go back on Stafford's Music Studio and watch that show from last night. We was on for like almost 3 hours, and then not to mention how long we were hanging after the show. It was really cool. It was nice to hang out with those guys. It's been a long time since we've done that. And we got people still coming in. Mr. Martin Hensley is in the chat. Thank you, man, for being Martin. Here. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time. And there's one of the gentlemen that was on last night with us, Mr. Jim Guidry. Hey, Jimbo. He says, hey, Larry, Nathan, Joe, everyone in the chat. Thank you, Jimbo, for being here, man. I expect you to be here till the end of the show because I'm going to ask you some questions, Jim, so don't leave. He's like, what?
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. Yeah, Mr. Bruce was on with us last night. Very cool. Man, Bruce looks so much different. He had all that long hair and all that stuff, and now all that's gone. He's got the close cropped haircut. He's just like a totally different person, man. I was like, wow, man. But he looked good, man. I know he said he'd been working out and all that stuff over this past year. He's telling you, man, he's in shape, which is great, man.
I only knew him from chats.
Yeah.
In the past.
Yeah, Mr. Bruce is a very nice guy, man. Mr. Mitch Heyman, how are you, sir? Thank you for being here, Mr. Heyman.
Hey, what's up, Mitch?
Yeah, Jim Guidry has a quiz after the show. That's right. He's going to be a pop quiz. Yeah. Oh, Lordy, man. I gotta give Jim a little heck from time to time. He's a good dude, though. Known him for a long time. All right, so any gear that I have? I got any gear? Boy, that's almost asking if a pig loves slop, man.
We don't even have to ask.
I did. Yeah, man, I did. I recently. It wasn't last night, but it was the show before I was on with Stafford, and yeah, we was live on his show, and he did a little playing through his 5150 Iconic, and he was playing that, and he was using his Zakk Wylde wah pedal, and it sounded incredible, and I was like, man, that sounds great. So while we were live on the show, I jumped on Reverb and started to look at the Zakk Wylde pedals. And Jim was asking me this earlier. He goes, why were they so expensive? If you get one that's like mint condition and that hasn't never been opened, yeah, they're like, they get overpriced on Reverb. They're anywhere from, I've seen them anywhere from like $400 to $600. But if you find one in decent condition, you're going to pay around $150, $200. So I was looking on the show the other week, and I found this one. And it was, he wanted $129 for it, $129. And so I offered $120, and I think it was like $15 shipping. So I went ahead and ordered it. And now it didn't have the little rubber feet there. These came in the mail today. It didn't. It had Velcro, Velcro taped on the bottom because obviously it was on somebody's pedal board. But it didn't have the rubber feet or the screws. So I went on Amazon and ordered the little rubber feet and the screws and put those in today. And I was shocked that it took that long to get here. Apparently Amazon didn't have them in their warehouse. But yeah, so I went ahead and got this. And now when I put the battery in the compartment, it doesn't work with a battery. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if there's a short in it. I meant to say because Jim was asking why these are so high, because they don't make these no more, and they're sought after by a lot of guitar players. So the Zakk Wylde models, they're discontinued. This ZW45. So yeah, man, if you find one on Reverb, grab you one if it's in decent shape. But yeah, the battery doesn't work, but thank God when I plugged it up with the 9-volt, it was fine. It worked great. So
Yeah.
that was my new piece of gear right there. And I will let you hear. I got a clip right here of what it sounds like. There's no sense in me hooking stuff up and there's no sense in all that. So let me share screen. Let's see here. If I can remember how to do this. All right, and we got the audio is on. Okay, and let's make it enlarge it there, and we'll let you hear what the Zakk Wylde pedal sounds like.
What we love now. Let's check out this wah.
So there you go. There's what the Zakk wah pedal sounds like, and it's got that Zakk flavor to it, man. It's got that flavor to it. It's got that spice, and yeah, it's awesome, man. I think it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, sounds good.
It's got that great tone to it. Mr. Samuel Pipsy James from Facebook, what's going on, my friend? How are you doing, sir? Thank you, Jimbo. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, that was I just did a quick little thing there. After that little run through with the wah pedal, I played some other song. Oh, it was a Tesla song that doesn't call for a wah, but I just did a little messing around there just to kind of give a little example of that pedal.
Here's mine.
There you go. That looks like a brownie, man. That's the mini wah, right? Let me see if I can present you there and we can get a closer look. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Wow, that is small, man.
Yeah, great. Fits on the board,
Yeah, I've never experienced one, but yeah, man.
I probably use it more. Probably use it more if I had the Zakk Wylde one. I like that.
It's
the sound of that was. There's something special to it.
There's something that's when Dave played his, I said, oh my God, that's the first thing I listen for is the ear candy with anything.
Yeah.
And if it has that special, just grabs my attention, I'm gonna grab it. I want to get it. Martin says, Nathan, I love Charvel. I have 7 of them. Wow.
Yeah, I have 3.
You have 3. Yeah, I have. I think I have 3, 4.
They're all 3 the San Dimas, but one of them is the Satchel signature.
Right. Yeah, because mine are because the one I got UNI one, and that's a San Dimas Pro mod, right? That's the model those are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ones I really like.
They always catch my eye. They always catch my eye.
Yeah.
The Charvels. Like that blue one at Guitar Center.
Yeah, man. That's
I just like them.
I love Charvels, man. They just to me they just feel really good, and they very comfortable.
It's the neck.
Yes, sir. That neck
is the most comfortable neck I've ever played in my life.
I like it. I mean, to me, it's up there with the EVH striped and the Peavies. It's up there in that ballpark.
I just have my Charvet, which I've showed before. It's 80s, made Japan.
Yeah, I remember when you showed that. Yeah, and I remember you said it was heavy. It's real heavy. And it looks, the font on the headstock looks like Jackson, the way the Chevette is written on there, or Charvet. I said Chevette. That's a car. Anyway,
it's a Chevy Charvet.
Yeah, there it is. That's perfect, man. I like that. Oh man. Oh my God. But yeah, that's it for gear for me, man. It was just a pedal, and then I did get some little cables and stuff, but that's just simple basic things.
Yeah, there's the Martin.
Nice.
Oh, here, let me present you, man, and you can give us a little flavor there if you want to, man. Let's see. All right.
I'll tell you the coolest thing about it, the tuner is right here inside it. I don't know if you can
Oh, okay.
see
inside the sound hole? Oh, I see that.
Small little green light.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So is that electric too?
Yeah.
Cutaway. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. The harmonics ring out good, too, boy.
Nice.
That's nice, man.
Sounds
very
good.
cool. Yeah, it sounds really good. Jim Guidry says, nice tone. He says, do you take request? Okay. Awesome, dude. It's awesome. Very cool indeed.
I have a triple O Martin. I love that. I love that thing.
The only Martin I've ever played was when Nathan and I went to a Guitar Center. God almighty, it was years ago, and they had a Martin 12-string, and the body was really thin. Acoustic, of course, and it was, why did I even say that? No, Martin electric. Anyway, strike three, Joe. So
Can you imagine?
Yeah, that'd be crazy. But it was awesome, man. I remember playing it, and it just played. That's why Nathan took, we went up there. He goes, you got to check out this Martin 12-string. And I said, wait a minute. Martin 12-string? And yeah, you got to check it out. And I played it, and I was blown away at how easy I could do bar chords and everything. I never experienced that, like Nathan was saying before. Typically when you play a guitar, acoustic or 12-string or whatever,
and it was a lower end Martin too. So it wasn't like
$5.99.
Yeah, it wasn't very expensive. So I can only imagine how the higher grade ones would be.
Man, didn't you say that? Because if I were to get a 12-string, that would be the one I would get. And I remember we went back up there a week later or something, and it was gone.
Oh yeah,
it was gone. And I remember you looked it up one time, and you can still find them, right?
I believe so, yeah.
But I can't remember what exactly the model it was.
I'm not sure.
It was like $5.99, and man, it played so good. I was like, I'm not a big acoustic player, but man, if I was, that's what I would get. Martin, I had your comment up here. I'm sorry. Let's see. He has Charvel. He has 5 Sandemas and 2 DK24HH. Wow.
Yeah, I found it on AMS. It's a Martin DX2E 12-string.
Oh, you found it.
Yeah, that's quick. It's went up a little bit. It's $649 now.
I was doing the same.
It went up $50.
I was doing the same thing.
Yeah, and if you find it, Larry, let me know. We'll present it on screen here, man, and we'll show it off.
I have it right here.
Okay, go ahead and hit share or present, whatever, and then it'll come up. I'll approve it. Yeah, it was a great guitar for the money. So yeah, it's only went up $50. That's not bad for adjusted for inflation, Hey, we got Metalhead Hippie in the chat, man. What's going on, man? How are you doing, sir? Thank you for being in here, man. Mr. Dwight Bailey, yeah, man. He says, I've got a Gibson Hummingbird acoustic guitar, plays and sounds great. Yeah, I've always heard those were really nice. Let me get to Larry's presentation here. Is that? Oh, here we go. There is the. Oh, I didn't. Okay, so that doesn't have a cutaway on it.
Neither did the one you played.
Okay. It's been so long ago.
Yeah,
So
that was the one downside to it, was it didn't have a cutaway.
Yeah, but that's okay, man. I'm not going to really be.
It's a 12 string, so what do you?
Yeah,
what do
I'm
you
not really
expect
going to be doing some
kind
kind of
anyway?
solo stuff. Yeah, I'm not really doing the high end. I'm up on the high registers rather. Man, that because I remember the one we played. It had a thin, really thin body. Maybe it wasn't thin as I thought. Maybe not. That looks kind of normal. Maybe it's just me. Who knows, man? My memory ain't worth a crap, but.
There you go.
Man.
Then you got the regular Martin. 3,500.
Yeah, look at the price. Yeah, that's wow, man. Hey, Mr. Campos, new viewer, man. Thank you. Thank you for joining, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, Martin is there's a hefty price tag if you them upper tier models, man, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Golly, boy. Man. Thank you, Larry, for doing that. I appreciate that. Sir.
It's beautiful guitar,
man,
though. Beautiful.
It is. It played so well. I was just I couldn't believe it. I remember I'd had a brand new smartphone with Verizon, and I asked Nathan to video me playing that guitar, and it's like one of the first videos on my channel. And it's been a long time, but I went back and looked it up years ago. Man, that video, that's before they had HD anything. So the video is real pixelated. You can see I'm sitting there playing a guitar in Guitar Center. You can, in the acoustic room, of course, you can, but man, the video quality is horrible. But that was that's when the Droid smartphones first came out, all those years ago. So that was like, what, 2007, 2008, something like that?
It was a while ago.
Long time. Yeah.
We're starting to get to that time of year where you want to wait for Black Friday.
Oh,
deals.
Yeah.
Or start thinking about what you want, because gonna get a good
either
price
that
soon.
or Cyber Monday. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, absolutely.
Even plugins will be real cheap,
That's right. Yeah, there'll be some deals on gear. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Hey Nathan, you know what I got in my cart on Guitar Center online?
What?
This is no joke, man. The Zakk Wylde Epiphone Bullseye.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I looked it up. I was looking them up a few days. Well, about 3 or 4 days ago, since I got the Zakk Wylde Wah. The one I had. I gave it to Ralph because he was a huge Zakk fan. So I never played it, and so I looked them up on Reverb, and there was one. It was in excellent shape. It was some music store out west had it. And it was for like I don't know, it was like $7. I can't remember if it was $7.50 or $7.99.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. I mean, that's what it was new back in the day when I bought it. It was like $7.99, brand new back then. And but anyway, I was on Reverb, so I said I'm gonna put it in my cart just for the hell of it. I put it in my cart, and 2 days later it was sold. Somebody bought it. So then I found another one that was in decent shape, but it came with a hard shell case. But that guy wants, it was $1,000. Now he's got down to like $950. I was like, that's still too much money, man.
Seriously.
So then I looked on Guitar Center last night, and there was a used one, not at the Guitar Center here, but somewhere else. I can't remember the city, and it was like they have online discounts, and it brought it down to like $642.
Oh wow.
And I was like, damn. And it's listed in good condition, and of course they only have one picture. I don't know why they don't put more pictures up, but so and if you want, you can get the 6-month special financing, because I do have a Guitar Center gear card, but But yeah, it doesn't come with a case or nothing. It's just the
Right.
guitar. But so after tax and all, everything else, the shipping, it pumped it up to like it's right at $700, like $703. Not bad, not bad for that.
Yeah, those were like really thick for me. I just wasn't very comfortable.
I really just like to have one again, just to have it, because
Right.
it's a Zakk model, even though it is an Epiphone, I know, but it was still, I always thought it looked cool as hell.
Oh
you
yeah.
know.
What's that behind Nate there?
What's up, Mr. Ted? I will present him in just a second. Mr. Ted, I don't know if I'm saying your last name correct or not. I say Fur. I don't know if that's right. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I just say Ted. I apologize if it's mispronounced.
Is that an Epiphone bullseye or?
No, I think I'll let Nathan tell the story on that. It's very interesting too. Let him tell the story. He got to get his headphones back on. He can't hear me. All right, Nathan. I told Larry was asking about it, and I said I'll just let you tell the story. So go take it away.
This is actually an LTD.
Okay, I saw the sticker on the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I had just a regular white one, and I started looking at. Me and my buddy Austin were talking about it, and we were just like, man, it'd be so cool to have an LTD with that. And then we found these decals. They were like $25. So I got that, and gave it to him so he could get this other guy to do it, and he did an amazing job on it. He does puts decals on cars and stuff for a living.
Wow.
So he did this. I think I paid him $20-$30 for it. But
It looks amazing, man.
The body of the LTDs, they're so thin, they're so comfortable. Just the necks are amazing.
Yeah. And I've seen that guitar in person. It's the guy that did that job did an incredible job. Because when Nathan first sent me pictures, I said, "Oh my God, did you get a Zakk Wylde model?" It was really cool. Really, really cool. Nice, man, nice. So we got Larry's having something going on over there. He dropped out. Not quite sure what happened there. Let's see. Nathan, when did you get that guitar, by the way?
Oh man, I was still working at Furman, I believe. I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna say 2016, maybe.
Man, you've had that for a while.
Well, because I had that black one, and
yeah.
Tommy wanted the black one, and I always told him, I said, because for whatever reason he liked the EC 500s better than the EC 1000s, and that's what this is the EC 1000. I had the 500, and I don't know if it was sentimental reasons or what, but he just asked me. He's like, hey, if I trade you this white one, will you be open to that for the black one? I was like, yes.
Oh, I remember that story. Yeah.
I just always thought the white ones looked so freaking cool.
I think you came out on top on that deal.
Yeah. Definitely.
And plus with the graphics you had put on there, the decals rather, looks really cool.
Yeah, and if I ever decide I don't want it, I can always take the decals off.
Oh yeah, but
it's
it
not
looks so cool though.
Yo,
man.
yeah, I probably never will.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. It makes it pop so good, man. Damn, it's that's just, you don't see anything like that. You know, that's so cool. Mr. Ted. Okay, I'm sorry. There we go. His last name is pronounced Fair. Okay, is that right? Yeah, Fair. There we go. Thank you for clarifying that, sir. And I wasn't sure, but thank you, man. Thank you for being so cool about that. That's I've been guilty of mispronouncing people's names sometimes on here, and it's no disrespect. It's some people you think it's pronounced one way and it's actually something else. You're like, oops, sorry. So yeah, but yeah, Ted said that is such a badass guitar, Nathan. Yeah.
Oh okay. Yeah, it's amazing.
Larry said he'll be right back. He's having technical difficulties. Okay, that's no problem, Larry. It's not a problem. It's okay, man. So we have Nathan brought this to my attention, as a matter of fact. So it was from Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone has the top 250 guitarists of all time. Now, this list just came out. Looked it up before we got live on here. That this list came out on 10/13, actually Sammy Hagar's birthday. So we're going to go over. I went ahead and I think we're going to start at what, Nathan? 50? Ain't that what I said? We're going to start at 50, sure. And we'll work our way to number one. I don't know who is the number one. I told Nathan, don't tell me. I want to see, because these I don't know. I guess Rolling Stone decides these. I guess I don't know if they send things out to people and people vote, or Rolling Stone just done it on their own. I'm assuming they did it on their own, is what I'm gathering.
Spoiler: Taylor Swift is number one.
Oh, God almighty. We don't need to do anything.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, my God. I wouldn't be surprised if she was in the top 10. You know, the way these polls go. It's so weird. So let me see.
It's just utter garbage.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Let me share screen here. And let's see. We will go to this list here. All right. Let me go back to the StreamYard side to make sure we can see this. And there it is. Okay. All right. Let me go back over here so I can do this. Okay. At number, and Nathan, you tell me if you agree with these placements here. All right. As we go along, and we'll ask the chat too. So number 50 is Elmore James, legendary blues guitar player, Mississippi-born singer, guitarist Elmore James. Number 50 out of this 250.
I mean, personally, I think Elmore James is killer.
Yeah. Killer blues player. I mean, good Lord, man.
So when I went through this list, I was sitting there thinking, and I was like, there was a lot of people I didn't hear about, and I can't really say anything negative if I don't know anything about them.
Right. Yeah. Mr. Larry, you good now?
Yeah, I don't know what I did.
Oh, that's okay. I just want to make sure everything was okay. We just started on the list there, Mr. Larry. So at number 50, we got Elmore James coming in at number 50, which is, I'm not real familiar with his work, but I was going to say, as we go along, we'll see what you and Nathan, what your 2 cents is on these placements, as well as the chat. Feel free to chime in on that as well. So let me see if I can go down. Number 49, PJ Harvey. I have no idea who this is.
I have no idea who that is.
I know who she is, but as far as a top 50 guitar player,
PJ Harvey. Let's see.
I don't know.
I have no idea who that is.
Well, I'll tell you right now, she beat Joe Satriani and Steve Vai.
Nah,
that's crazy.
That's where I don't
understand.
I wouldn't even have picked her name. I wouldn't even have picked her name on a guitar player list, you know.
Well, that was my main problem with this list. There was a lot of people that it was like they're credited as greatest guitar players of all time when they should be like they're more like songwriters.
Yeah. And that's where I classify her. That's exactly where I might put her.
Like I even made my own separate list of 100 players that didn't make the list, and it's just ridiculous of all the names that didn't make the list.
That should have made it. Yeah. Yeah, that's like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, man. How they come up with these people that should be inducted, and some people that some bands rather that still are not inducted. And some of the ones that they have inducted, I'm like, what are they even doing in there? They don't deserve to be in there, you know. So damn crazy, man. All right, let's see here. Let's go back on this side. Let's continue on. Number 48, Curtis Mayfield. Okay, that's a familiar blues name, correct? Curtis Mayfield.
He's good.
48. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. You know, top 50. I think that's good. It said He left a deep impact on Jimi Hendrix, especially in his psychedelic balladry.
Of course.
Okay. All right. What about you, Larry? What do you think? Curtis Mayfield, number 48?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not much familiar with the end of this list. I know the name.
The Edge, number 47.
Absolutely not.
I could see him being in the list, but not 47.
But where was Satriani?
Satriani, I believe, was number 94, if I'm not mistaken.
So this whole list is broken. This whole list is broken.
Yes.
I can't put any. So far, anybody we've seen is nowhere near him.
Exactly.
Without revealing too much about the list, I'll tell you this. There's that guitar player. It's a girl. She plays on like the Nationwide commercials and stuff. She made the list, but Yngwie Malmsteen did not.
What?
The Edge is on here, but Yngwie's not.
No
Yeah,
Yngwie Malmsteen.
I don't understand how they come up with these placements. I really don't. I mean, it's got to be people that don't play guitar at Rolling Stone. They're more people that listen to music. You know, they're not musicians.
When we finish, I'm gonna go through a couple names I have on here that didn't make the cut, so people will know that they weren't in the previous numbers.
I bet AI wrote this article.
Yeah,
for real.
There you go.
Copy and paste.
Frank
yeah,
Zappa.
Exactly. Frank Zappa, number 46.
So I'm not gonna jump up and down and tell you that like I'm a big fan of Frank Zappa's music, but I mean the guy's talented.
Oh yeah, he's definitely talented. I don't really understand his music. Yeah, I don't. Go ahead.
All these people so far they're all talented. I've heard of them all. The same as Frank Zappa, right? But they're not known guitar player. They're not famous for that.
They're not known for their virtuosity, I guess. But
nah.
I think Frank's more known for his music being so out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Dweezil's probably. Dweezil's more of a guitar guy.
Dweezil copies his father's music, and I know that was a huge task to be able to play that. And I can't play nothing anyway. But to imagine to try to even play some of Frank Zappa stuff, I wouldn't know where to begin.
Dweezil also did not make the list.
Wow, Dweezil's incredible.
Dweezil's more of a guitar guy than Frank. I would have thought. I don't know. In my mind, anyway.
Where did Beck come in, Metal Hippie said? I don't know, man. Well, I don't know where Jeff Beck placed it. Nathan, is he in this top 50?
Yes.
Okay, that's good then. All right, because he's passed away. So somebody did something right at Rolling Stone.
Yep.
So Beck is in here somewhere, Jeff. We just haven't hit it yet. But he's in here somewhere. Let's see if I can get my computer to act decent. Let's see. All right, moving on from 46. We're going to 45 here. Steve Cropper. Okay, Steve Cropper. That's a familiar name. He's always playing the telly and an amazing guitar player. Yeah, man. Okay, yeah. Green Onions, wasn't that the name of that song he was famous for?
Yeah, was it Booker T and the MGs?
Yeah. Didn't he play with Elvis for a while? Or was that somebody else?
I believe so. I can't remember.
I mean, it might say it here. I don't know. Let's see. He was also played with the Blues Brothers band. Green Onions. He played on the song Green Onions, and he played guitar on Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, Otis Redding. Okay, cool. All right, 46, yeah. Steve Cropper. 45, excuse me, 45. Okay, I can see that. That's not who I'm thinking played with Elvis, is somebody else. All right, number 44, Johnny Ramone. What?
Johnny Ramone, yep.
Are you serious?
So remember, Johnny Ramone is better than Yngwie Malmsteen and Joe Satriani so far.
I don't get it, man. I don't understand.
I mean, I get it. He's like a punk rock pioneer. You gotta do those to please those kind of guys. But I mean, come on.
But greatest guitarist of all time?
Yeah.
Again, I agree with what y'all said. He's more of the songwriting area. I mean, for that genre of music, yeah, they wrote some great songs. But
yeah, if this was a songwriting list, they're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Guitar players,
that's right.
They're doing terrible.
If that was the, yeah, exactly.
Not just guitar players, greatest guitar players.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember all those super tough Ramon songs?
Yeah, like Metalhead Hippie said, 3 chords. Yeah, that's the. Oh my God! All right, moving on from 44, we're going to 43 now. Who is number 43? Johnny Greenwood and Ed O'Brien. No idea who these are.
Both of them.
No idea. No disrespect, but I don't know.
If you read, I think they played for Pearl Jam. I can't remember though.
Yeah, well, I didn't care for that group either. All right, let's see.
Not my thing.
I don't know. I'm not saying nothing.
I don't know. I don't know who they are.
I can't stand grunge music, so whatever. I don't know who they are. All right, going on to 42. Oh, Vernon Reid. I can tell by the hair. That's Vernon Reid. The only song I know by them was Cult of Personality. That was the only song I ever remember by them.
They had some good songs on that Vivid album. There was some better songs on there than that. He's good, but I don't like his soloing style. He's so all over the place. Kind of,
yeah. It's kind of way out of the box.
Yeah, it's got like a fusion thing. Oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah. Not that he can't, go off, but it's just kind of I don't know, man. It's just that fusion. You're right, the fusion type thing. I can't wrap my head around it.
At least he's a guitar player we heard of.
Yeah.
He's a guitar player we heard of, so.
Yeah, exactly. We're right.
We're getting somewhere.
We're getting in the ballpark. Okay, yeah.
ChatGPT did something right.
Yeah, that's right. All right, let's see. Okay, Vernon Reid at 42. All right, okay. Let's see here.
I liked him, though.
And I've seen them live. They were amazing live. Bo Diddley at number 41. I can live with that. Yeah, Bo Diddley. He's a legend, man.
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
I love Bo.
Sure, 41. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I think that's fair. He was famous for that that kind of rhythm there. Everybody calls it the Bo Diddley shuffle or something. All right, who we got here? Number 40. I have no idea who that is.
Me neither.
Passed away in 2001 at the age of 61. He was a folk guitar master eccentric, it says. Okay, no wonder I don't know who he is. Sorry, we're moving on. Chet Atkins, yeah, the famous name right there, Chet Atkins of the acoustic and the electric and all that good stuff back in the day.
Yeah, Chet Atkins was incredible.
I think that's a fair placement, 39. I think that's fair. Larry, you agree?
I know the name. I know in my head he's good, but not something I listen to.
I mean, I don't know none of his stuff.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know his whole catalog or anything, but I mean, I've seen the guy play. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Angus Young and Malcolm Young, both of them at 38.
Okay.
And Malcolm Young has passed on, so.
Yeah.
I can live with that, I guess.
I can live with it. I could see if they were closer to the top, maybe in the top 20.
Just because of their popularity.
Personally. Yeah, I mean, whether we like it or not, they had some amazing songs. They will live on forever. I mean, it's just that solid, just that solid 4/4 beat, and it was great. I saw a documentary on YouTube the other night that was actually really good, and it's called My Stupid Tribute Band, and it's about a AC/DC tribute band called Back in Black, and of course, you can't see none of their performance on YouTube because it would demonetize the video, right? But those guys got very popular, man. And the singer actually auditioned for AC/DC when Brian Young first went out with his ear problems. And he
Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson. Damn. And so he auditioned for that. And but then that's when Axl came in there, and they took Axl, of course. But I understand why they took Axl, but he's got more clout. But still, it was a cool documentary, My Stupid Tribute, man. You should check that out on YouTube, man. It's free to watch. It's really cool. Let's see. Mark Pell. Hey, Mark, what's going on, man? Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you for being in here. He has a comment. If my computer will cooperate. He says, I saw Bo Diddley live in Chapel Hill in 1982. I sat right up front and 3 feet away from that weird box guitar. It was the night UNC won the basketball championship. Oh, man, I remember that when I was in junior high school. Yep, that was a big deal. Michael Jordan on the team. And yep, that was history right there. I remember that. Yep. Thank you, Mark, for that comment, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I never was a fan of his guitar shapes. I always thought it looked kind of weird, but hey, who am I, man? I'm not on the list. All right, let's see. 38, Angus Young and Malcolm Young. Let's move on to 37. Who do we have? Oh, but this is Pete Townsend. 37. Okay, I think that's pretty fair. I don't know if he would think that, but I don't know. What do you think, Nay?
I'm not really a big Who guy, but I mean he was a legendary guy, so yeah, I'll give it.
They wrote some classic songs, man. They were pretty good.
The only thing I know about Pete Townsend is he said he refuses to go on after Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they learned that because when Jimmy was coming over to America, and they were going back and forth about who would open, either the Who or Jimi Hendrix and Experience, and they were having an argument backstage, and so Hendrix ended up opening up, and that's when Jimmy lit his guitar on fire and did all this crazy antics, and the Who couldn't follow it, so they said they would never follow Jimmy again because they couldn't keep up with his energy and all that stuff.
Nope.
So Jimmy had him whooped. So Pete Townsend got a lot of respect for Jimi Hendrix that night. Han 36 Solo, man, how are you? Thank you for being in here. Let's see what he's got to say here. Chiming in on the Joe Wentz Project TV, guitar talking more, or talking guitars and more. Interesting trend. 49 in the top 250 are women in 2023, an increase of 100% since 2012. Han says. 20% of the top 50 are women now. Yeah, well, it's all good, man. I mean, like, for me personally, the list says 250 greatest guitarists, so I guess things have changed nowadays. It's not, I don't think it's more focused on technique and ability. It's like Nathan and Larry was saying, it's more of a songwriting kind of deal, I guess. I don't know. They come out with these lists all the time, but all right, who we got? Number 36, Elizabeth Cotton. Okay. She was from North Carolina. Okay. I take it she was maybe a blues player or something. Looks like she's playing an acoustic there. Yeah, she was a blues guitar player. Okay. Number 36. All right. Oh my goodness. Slow hand. Number 35?
Yep.
35. I think that's, and Eric Clapton is still with us too. I think that's a little harsh.
Clapton's low.
I think Eric should be in the top 20 at least.
Even if you put it for a even if you put it for, like we were talking about, like a songwriting aspect, there's so many people that he just like whoops as far as like writing good songs.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Same with the AC/DC guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Songwriting perspective, they're up there, and they're still around.
Absolutely. Yeah. Mr. Campos says, where's Steve Lukather on the list, and what about Eddie Van Halen? That's a great question. I have not seen Steve Lukather yet. Something tells me
You won't.
you won't. Okay, we won't. We will not see him in the top 50.
So Steve Lukather is on. He made the list, but he's not. He's not in the top 50.
Okay. Was he in the top 100?
I don't think so.
Wow. All right. And we don't know about Eddie yet. Let's see. So that was Eric. What?
I like
Jerry
this one.
Garcia, number 34?
He should be higher.
You think? Really?
I'm a Jerry fan. Jerry's great.
Okay. Well, all right then.
I'm not a big Grateful Dead guy, but I am a big John Mayer guy. So, and he absolutely adores Jerry Garcia. And the one thing that he said about Jerry that I went to go look at that I will agree with is he's really good at like spacing, like leaving the listener where you want more, as opposed to, we did talk about Yngwie earlier, where you just kind of like blow your load in the first 15 seconds of your song.
Yeah. He's good with phrasing and stuff too. I
Yes.
take it. Yes. So yeah, that's that means a lot. But I mean, I never was a Grateful Dead fan, but I do give them the proper respect because
totally.
they did a lot. And I worked that Grateful Dead show all those years ago, Nathan, when you were real little. And that was an experience. That's something I'll never see again. That was crazy. It was like a whole new generation of Woodstock. It was
I know
crazy.
you said their fans stink.
Hey, look, I was there, and I'm just, exactly. Not all of them had bad hygiene, but there was a good many that had some. They were diehard Grateful Dead fans, no pun intended. But I mean, when you see a group of people go across the street where there's a retention pond on the other side of the highway, and they all jump in there naked, and I was like, what are they doing? And I was like, man, they're crazy.
I mean,
but they were having a good time. They weren't hurting nobody. They were just doing their thing.
Those guys worked. They tour after tour after tour for
they
decades.
Did.
And they're still out there. Jerry's gone, but
the
Dead with Mayer, they're still out there going.
Yeah, I mean, they are. I gotta say.
Yeah, Mayer does an amazing job at doing that stuff.
But it is an acquired music. You gotta.
Yeah, totally.
That the envelope filter sound.
Yeah.
That's the pedal Jerry uses.
Martin Hindley says, what about Tony Iommi or Randy Rhoads? That's a good question. I don't know. We haven't.
Tony Iommi, I can't remember. Randy's coming up though.
Okay, good. Okay, so at least Randy's in the top 50.
And Randy deserves that.
Of course.
This list is crazy.
In my opinion, he should be in the top 10, but that's just me. Metalhead Hippie makes a comment. He says Jerry should be in the top 50 in my opinion. He's a deadhead. Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? Mr. Mark Pell says Jerry Garcia, quote, recording in the studio is like building a ship in a bottle. Playing live is like moving a boat on the ocean in a storm. Okay. Makes sense. I like it. It's a good quote. All right, moving on. Number 34, Mr. Jerry Garcia. So we are going over it's the 250 greatest guitar players of all time, but we're doing from 50 to number 1. Because if we did from 250, we'd be here for 3 days, and we're not going to do that. So, all right. Let's go to, Brian May, number 33. I think I'm cool with that placement. What do y'all think?
That works.
I'm good with it. I love Brian.
Cool. Brian May, how do you not love his tone? Oh, my God. And the guitar that him and his father built together, and one of his main axes for all these years, that's incredible.
But now it makes the Clapton one is wrong.
Yeah.
Half this list is wrong.
The whole thing's wrong.
Yeah, man, it's silly. That's for sure. But let's see. All right, Brian May, number 33. All right. I played a Queen song last night. One Vision. I love that song. It's one of their later songs. All right, who in the world is this? Zakk Wylde, 32.
Yeah. Zakk Wylde.
Oh, wait a minute now. Okay, now let me give my opinion about this. Okay, now I don't know if anybody has seen the documentary It Might Get Loud. It's a great documentary. Great movie. And I do have respect for Zakk Wylde. Everything he did for that type of music, I think it's wonderful. I really do. Do I think he should be in the number 32? No. That's my opinion. What is y'all's opinion?
If we brought Zakk Wylde on this right now and said, hey, Zakk Wylde, do you think you're better than Eric Clapton? He would tell you no.
Right. That's a good point. Yeah. Again, this was done by Rolling Stone, folks. This is what their list is compiled of. And, hey, we got Miss Tina Clarkson in the chat from Facebook. How you doing, Miss Clarkson? Thank you. I went to school with Tina. Nice to see you. Thank you for popping in the chat. It's very cool. Thank you very much. Hope you stick around. Thank you for being here. Haven't seen you since high school. It's been a long time. Thank you very much. That is awesome, yeah. Tina was always super nice in school. Sweet person. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, what, Larry?
Zakk Wylde's a good musician. Good
he is. I'm not trying to demean anything.
Songwriter. The list is just wrong.
Yeah, and for what he does, man, he knows his shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
he's good. I like Zakk Wylde. I do.
I like some of the White Stripe songs. I like some of those songs, man. And yeah,
this list is insane.
That's why I wanted to, that's why Nathan asked me. He said, "You want me to tell you?" And I said, "No, let me save it for the show, so my responses would be genuine."
Even if you just take 32, 33, 34, and clap, and you got those four sitting in front of you, Zakk Wylde's not the better guitar player of the group. You know?
wait till I tell you about all the guys that didn't make the cut.
We know some.
Metalhead Hippie, a.k.a. Jeff, said that he has been to over 100 shows. Wow. Damn.
That's insane.
That's a lot. That's a lot, brother. My hat's off to you on that, because I ain't been nowhere close to that. R2R3 chimes in. He says, back in 91, I went to a Grateful Dead concert with my girlfriend, and somebody dropped something in our chairs, and we were flying high for hours. We never saw so many colors in our life. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh, look at the colors.
Colors of the rainbow. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Bunch of Skittles. They dropped some Skittles off in your chair. Oh my goodness! All right. The dog pub, man. What's going on?
Woo. Dog pub. Woo.
Yeah, you walked into the Rolling Stone list, Mr. Dogpo. Yes, absolutely. We're doing the Rolling Stones greatest 250 guitar players of all time. This list was compiled back in October 13th of this year. So we started at 50 because I was like, there's no way we can do all 250 in this time frame of this show. But I thought it would be kind of cool to go over, because these things are always so shocking to me. You know, I'm like, how did they come up with this? You know, so
this is insane.
And I understand this list, this entire list is going to be subjective, because, you know, everybody has a difference of opinion, but some things it's just kind of like, really?
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, that's a great point. I agree 100%. It's everything's subjective, and it's good entertainment too. 32. All right.
I feel like we're being pretty open-minded.
Absolutely, yeah.
We're like, that's not my thing, but I heard of them, and they deserve some respect. But
absolutely, I agree.
But come on, this is still a mess. This is a mess.
Number 31. George Harrison. Wow, 31, and He places ahead of Eric Clapton, and okay, because him and Clapton were friends back in the day, and Clapton took Harrison's woman, you know.
That's what I was saying about like songwriting and stuff. Like George Harrison, like I'll give him all the respect in the world, but I don't recall sitting down for hours on end trying to learn all these Beatles songs because they're so hard to play because of his amazing guitar playing abilities.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Mr. Ted Fair says Rolling Stone and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame have zero credibility. Just my 2 cents. I'm right there with you.
I agree
100%.
I agree.
I agree. I agree. I'm like, especially the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when they started to put in certain groups. I was just like, what? Wait a minute. This isn't the Pop Music Hall of Fame. This is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But again, who am I? Nobody. Just somebody with an opinion.
So who? Well, I don't know. If I question all these people, we're going to be here all night.
I'll go ahead.
I was just going to say
what you got to say.
The Beatles have interesting chords and progressions, but who came up with them? Was it John, or was it George? Or
I think it was like a group effort.
Group effort. Yeah. See.
Yeah, I think it was in that time. Yeah, I think so.
They were amazing songwriters.
Right.
Yeah, Lennon and McCartney wrote a lot of stuff, and they got credit for a lot of those songs. Nobody else, the other guys in the group didn't. It was mainly Lennon and McCartney got the songwriting credit for a lot of those songs. And then eventually Harrison would, write a few so he could get credit. And I think Ringo might have wrote a couple, very, very few, but still, they made their mark in the music history there. All right, 31, George Harrison, moving on. Neil Young at number 30. What?
Look at Larry
greatest
shaking
guitar
his head.
player of all time.
Yeah.
Number 30.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, this is one that I just don't agree with at all. I don't agree with this at all. And I'm like, yeah, he's kind of got some songs that stood out from back in the day. I like one of his songs, and actually two. There's two songs of his I like. Again, I'm not trying to be a dick, but it's just I never thought he was
he's got
a great vocalist.
he's got a handful of songs I like. I'm not really gonna go out and put on a hat and play like him like John Mayer did.
Yeah. Yeah, them stupid big old hats. I was like, never understood that. I was like, what's with these dumbass Curious George hats, man? I don't understand that, the way people are doing that nowadays. And if you're a middle-aged guy or even in your mid-30s or early 40s and you wear one of those dumbass zookeeper hats like from Curious George books, you've admitted that you're old. You've accepted that you're old. I'm not ever going to wear no dumbass hat like that.
This is
I
a
never understood
songwriter.
that.
This is a songwriter list. They messed up the title.
Yeah, somebody did something wrong. Yeah.
Great songwriter, Neil Young.
Let's see. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I agree with that. It wasn't my cup of tea, but whatever. Just my 2 cents. Metalhead, he says, "Hey, I just want to know how old the person was that made this list up. Seems like someone naming their dad's favorite guitar players." Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, it's definitely a different generation doing stuff like this nowadays, man.
We should get the writer's name at the end and see if they're on Twitter.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm sure other people have blasted them on social media too, saying, "Man, what kind of list is this?" So we probably don't have to do anything. Yeah, I'm sure. All right, let's move on here. Neil Young at number 30. That's okie dokie. All right.
I'm scared.
Now we're going to get into the 20s here. Eddie Hazel, 29.
Don't know.
Okay. I don't know who that is. Funkadelic band leader. Okay, he was in George Clinton's. Okay, he was in some of that stuff. Okay. All right, cool. Moving on. Oh, David Gilmour, 28. I think I'm pretty cool with that placement. I think that's pretty reasonable. What do y'all think?
I think he should be higher, but I don't know. I'd almost have to see the list one down, you know? I could place him better that way. But
yeah.
Definitely top 30, yeah.
I'm okay. I'm
What do
okay
you think,
with that.
son? Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think 28's pretty fair. I think that's pretty fair.
I'm not a big Floyd guy, but I mean he was good.
Yeah, he's an excellent guitar player, and that's what this list is. A greatest guitar players of all time, and he's absolutely one of those. I mean, his feel and tone has always blown me away. And, yeah, I think that's a decent placement there. Somebody got that one pretty right. Okay, here we go. Buddy Guy, 27. I think that's pretty decent. Buddy Guy's incredible. Got a incredible blues player. He's been around for a long, long time. I think he's doing a final farewell tour. Is that right, Nathan?
Yep.
I think he's doing that pretty soon. If maybe he's already started, I don't know.
Oh, he's on it right now.
He's on it right now. I actually got the privilege and the honor to see Buddy Guy open up for B.B. King some years back, and man, he put on a hell of a show, man. He was just unbelievable, and his band was incredible too. So I was just so thankful that I got to see Buddy Guy, because that's a lot of history right there, man. Jimi Hendrix saw Buddy Guy live when Hendrix was just starting out. Go ahead, Nathan. What were you going to say?
I wish I'd have went to that show.
Yeah, it was good, man. Yeah, it was good.
I love Buddy.
Yeah, he's and his book is good too. I need to see if that's available on Audible, if there's an audio version of that book. I read it, but it's been so long ago I can't remember what all happens in it. I need to look that up. All right, 27, Buddy Guy. We're moving on. Let's see. Who in the world? St. Vincent, number 26. All right, this is one that I don't know who this is. Annie Clark, a.k.a. St. Vincent. Okay. Anybody familiar with?
Well, that's where that guitar shape is from.
Oh, that I didn't know that. Okay.
And
okay.
I don't know if that's a guy or a girl. Sorry.
It's a girl. It's Annie. Her name's Annie Clark. Yeah. So
yeah, there you go.
That don't mean nothing in 2023.
But who makes that? That's
Y'all ever heard of Bruce Jenner?
Ooh, shit. All right.
Well, who makes that guitar? Music Man?
I think so.
Or Ernie
I think
Ball?
it is.
Or?
Yeah, I think it is.
I'm not familiar with the music.
Yeah, I'm not either. 26, St. Vincent. All right, congratulations.
Ernie Ball, Music Man.
To Miss Clark. All right, here we go. Somebody looks like they're having a pain. Oh, John Frusciante, 25. Man. Okay, again, this is one of some people might be disappointed in my opinion, but it's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. Never been a Chili Peppers fan. I mean, I like that song Under the Bridge. I kind of liked it. I liked the intro because it sounded just like Hendrix. I was a big fan of that intro, and then when the dude starts singing, I'm done. I'm out. I'm like,
so
never mind.
I love the Chili Peppers. I just don't like Anthony's voice. The band is absolutely incredible.
The band, I can get on board with that. I agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen Chad Smith live. There was actually a video. I don't know if you saw that, but it was Chad Smith playing with a 30 Seconds to Mars song he's never heard before. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And he's great. Flea's amazing. John's a killer guitar player. I'm not into Anthony's voice.
Yeah. Do you think this placement is fair? 25.
Yeah.
Larry, what you think, man?
I mean, is he better than Clapton? No.
Again, we're gonna that's gonna be the focal point, isn't it?
I mean, Yeah, if you told me top 25 guitar players, his name wouldn't come up for me. I don't have any hate for the Chili Peppers, but
No,
even
I don't either. I just
even as
just wasn't a cup of
songwriters,
tea.
I'm not putting them in the top 25.
No.
Yeah.
So they're not
Yeah.
they're not in this list for me.
Yeah.
I like their music. I think there's better.
Yeah. I remember my stepdaughter went and seen him in concert years ago, and I was like, man, what a waste of money. But, you know, just my opinion. I'm like, damn, there's no way I went and seen that. But, you know.
No,
Yeah, I saw Chad Smith with Chickenfoot. It was definitely worth it.
Well, Chad Smith is, you know, incredible drummer, man. I mean, you know, but I know that's his brothers, man, the Chili's. So, I mean, you know, I get it. It's just not mine. Get her away now. Oh, my God. All right, so 25, John Frusciante. Let's move on. 24, who we got here? Okay, this is the one, James Burton. He played with Elvis. That's the one I was thinking of. That's him. 24. Okay, I can see that. He's had some classic licks, and again, played with Elvis for quite a while in Elvis's later career. Yeah, man, I think that's fair. 24, James Burton.
I don't like it.
Do what?
I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like this list.
I mean, I think top.
Crap.
I'm expecting a lot out of top 25.
Oh God! All right, here we go. Now we're getting in. Okay, 23. James Hetfield and Kirk Hammett.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got a lot to say here. So, now, I'm trying to be fair here. I've never been a Metallica fan. Never been a heavy hard rock, heavy metal. We will call it. Just never been a big heavy metal fan. Just me. But I just, I don't know, man. But I'm trying to. I mean, I got to say, they did stuff that nobody was doing before. They did something different.
They shouldn't be together either.
I wonder why they put them together at 23. That's I find that funny how they've done a few of these, like Angus and Malcolm. They were together.
So they did a few guys like that, and I'll tell you who they didn't do that with, and it kind of shocked me because he also didn't make the list. Was Brad Whitford didn't make the list, but Joe Perry did. They didn't put them two together. So it doesn't really make sense
weird.
that they would do that with James Hetfield and Kirk Hammett, and they did it with Malcolm and Angus, but they didn't do it with Brad and Joe Perry.
Of Aerosmith, yeah, that is weird.
Because Hetfield's known for his down picking.
And that's about it.
Yeah, for his rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kirk, I mean, you know, I don't know, man. They're
okay.
cool. It's just. I don't know.
If you measure influence of how many people play guitar because of them, it's probably pretty big.
It's pretty big. I would agree with that. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But as far as guitar players, I'm sure we could find better.
So
top 25, we could find better people.
So you always hear the comparisons of, because he was with Metallica and he went and started Megadeth. So you always hear the comparisons of Kirk Hammett, Marty Friedman. No comparison whatsoever, right?
No.
Marty didn't make the list.
Damn.
They probably don't know who Marty is.
Marty Friedman.
They don't
did not
know.
make the list.
Oh my God, that's a great point. Oh,
what
man.
about Mike?
All right, here we go.
Where's Dave Mustaine?
I don't think he made the list either.
How can he
Oh
not
my
make
God.
the list?
Damn.
Albert King. Okay.
Albert King is amazing.
22. Yes, amazing. Great blues player. Do I think this placement is right, in my opinion? No.
I think he's a little high for me, but I mean, I love Albert.
Yeah. Great for the blues genre. And it's going to be hard. This is going to be all kind of hard because you got different genres grouped into this list, and it's going to be hard because we all like what we like.
I'm just happy. I mean, that guy's, look at him. Nice suit. Playing a flying
he was
V
always classy, man. Yeah, he was always classy.
With a pipe, that's awesome.
And he played upside down, too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Albert King. And I thought him and BB were related, but they weren't. They just had the same last name, but there was no relation from what I understand.
You can tell when you listen to Albert King, you can tell Stevie took a lot from him.
Yeah,
especially the way he bends.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Mark Pell, agree 100%.
Yeah.
Brad Whitford is a way better musician than Joe Perry, Mark Pell says. I remember when I went to see the Experience Hendrix show all those years ago, and Brad Whitford was one of the, I guess, house band musicians, and I never heard Brad Whitford play solo in any of those albums. It was always just rhythm. But, man, he threw down on that show. I was like, that's Brad Whitford? He let it rip. He let it rip. My computer's acting so crazy. R2 says James Hetfield is the riff master. Yeah, for that genre of music, I agree. It's true. I agree.
Well, I think especially on their first couple albums, I believe Dave wrote most of the stuff, and his one request was y'all not use my stuff, and they used it.
Right. Oh yeah. I remember seeing a video about that, and there was like a lot of beef there for a while, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Brad is pretty good, the Dogpa says. Yeah, man, he's excellent. I was like, whoa, man. That
same thing for
chops,
me.
Man.
I went to go see the Experience Hendrix thing, and he played alongside with Johnny Lang, and it was insane.
Yeah, they were incredible, man.
Johnny Lang.
Johnny Lang also didn't make the list.
Oh wow.
He was only famous for a minute, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
But
all right, let's see what else we got here. See if my computer will cooperate. Here we go. All right, Albert King at 22. Oh my gosh, Randy Rhoads at 21. Are you kidding?
No.
Randy needs to be higher.
Oh, man, wait a minute.
Get on Twitter.
Let's get it on there and raise hell. Oh man,
this is
Randy
crazy.
should be in the top 10 at least, man. I mean, come on.
Songwriting, guitar playing. I mean, however you want to do this list, he's higher.
So
I mean, easy.
The scary thing about Randy is he died at the age of 25. He didn't even touch his prime yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. You sure didn't. Man, 21, Randy Rhoads. My gosh. Rolling Stone, you should be ashamed.
Definitely.
Man. All right. Moving on. Now we're going to get in the top 20, folks. What do you think? Here we go. Stevie, top 20. Okay. All right. I'm glad Stevie's in the top 20, but I think he should be in the top 10.
Yep.
That's just my opinion.
Me personally, I mean, if this is my list, Stevie's in my top 2, just because he revolutionized the way I play.
Right. No, there you go. Yeah.
You could.
I mean, because I went from playing, I was so into hair metal and all the 80s stuff, and then when I heard him, I completely revamped what I was doing.
Right.
I could see him at 2 and not, it wouldn't upset me. You know, I wouldn't put him there, but top 5, top 10 for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably top 5 somewhere.
Yeah, I always love Stevie.
But he's
one of those guitar players you listen to or even watch, and you're like, oh, I can do that, and then you try to do it. I'm like, never mind, nope.
The scary thing about Stevie is if you listen to this, especially this first 2 albums, Texas Flood and Couldn't Stand the Weather, you can tell they played all that live in the studio. Because you hear there's no rhythm guitar going over Stevie. You just hear the bass. You hear the him just wailing on the thing, coming back. There's a lot of, they were so tight, especially for a trio.
Right.
The good news is there's 19 guitar players that are better than him.
Isn't that crazy?
And he's awesome. So I can't wait.
Here we go. Yeah, I have no idea either. I have no idea.
So I can't remember who number 19 is, but it's already wrong.
It's
already wrong. Here we go. Who is it? Is that Freddie King? Yep.
Freddie King. Freddie's
19.
great though, but he's not better than Stevie.
No.
Wow, man.
Anyone got a buzzer?
Yeah, he should be further up, not closer to, I don't know, just
78.
maybe around in the 50s or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I would put him in the 50s.
Yeah.
Freddie King, number 19. All right, moving on. We're getting closer, folks. Number 18. What? Tom Morello.
No.
He's definitely better than Stevie Ray Vaughan. What are you kidding me?
No way.
And he's so much better than Randy Rhoads too.
This is insane. I can't. They need to shut.
Oh man.
Rolling Stone needs to go out of business. This is ridiculous.
I like Tom. I do. He seems very down to earth. He's a good guitar player. But my thing with Tom Morello is, it's like he can't just like plug in and play. He's got 47 effects all going at the same time, and it's just like, what are you doing here, man?
Yeah.
And I'm not into rap rock either, so.
No.
What's that pedal he always uses? That whammy pedal, yeah.
Whammy pedal, yep.
That whammy pedal, that was popular for like, what, a minute? I remember I had
that. And when you hear that thing, you're like, oh, God, that sounds so cool. And then it's like a one-trick pony. You can only use that thing so much.
I know Satch would use it quite a bit, but he uses it in a classy way.
Yeah.
You know, Satriani, that is.
He doesn't overdo
really
it.
Cool way. Right.
Now this guy... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say this. It's more like a one-trick pony, man.
Now, remember, Tom Morello is also better than Joe Satriani.
By like 50 spots.
And Steve Vai.
Wow.
And
And about 200 spots if you're Eric Johnson.
Oh, come on.
Tom Morello, number 18. All right, let's move on.
I love Tom.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's not a guitar, first of all. Mother Maybelle Carter.
On all of our lists.
Well, I know she's better than Stevie Ray Vaughan, especially with those bagpipe-looking things she's playing.
That's just weird. Robert Johnson, number 16. And I've never seen that picture of Robert Johnson. That's interesting.
I'm not going to say a negative word about Robert Johnson.
No.
That's interesting. Number 16. Okay.
He's the innovator.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I ain't going to say nothing. Let's go on.
Jack Butler's going to like you.
Yeah. Keith Richards, 15.
It's high for me.
Stop.
That's so high. That's so high.
Stop. He's better than Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Richards.
And Randy Rhoads.
No.
I can see some of the cool riffs that they've, with Rolling Stones. I can definitely see that. But, I mean, if we're going by technique and ability, no, man.
Dude,
like,
Keith Richards is reading this list right now and saying that person is higher than I am.
They're smoking some good stuff, boy.
I can't believe he's still alive list. He's on that. He's number 15.
Yeah. He's partied harder than anybody, and he's still kicking, which is great. But wow, damn.
I love Keith.
Ted Fair says, let's face it, stating the obvious, this list was not generated by guitarists or guitar fans. Yeah, I'm starting to see that for sure.
I love it.
This is great.
I brushed my teeth to this list. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, all right. Keith Richards, number 15. Man, let's see here.
Sure is better than Eric Johnson.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Prince, number 14. I'm going to tell you, I love Prince's guitar playing. I love his guitar playing. And during the Purple Rain era, I think that's awesome. The best Super Bowl halftime show ever seen, 2007, I think it was. Prince performed, and it was just the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I think I'm cool with that placement, number 14. I think I'm cool with it.
Everybody made fun of me in high school because I like Prince. Then he played in the halftime show, and then all of a sudden everybody became Prince fans.
Yeah, then everybody shut their damn mouth, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. I said, dude, this guy's going to put on the best halftime show you've ever seen. Nothing will ever top it.
I'm telling you, man. It's
he's incredible. I've always thought he was like, because everybody knows Prince for his musicianship. I've always thought he was underrated as far as his guitar skill goes. Like, people don't realize how good he actually is.
Right.
But he's insane.
Yeah, I think I've always loved his guitar playing. Larry, what's your opinion, man?
I like Prince a lot. 14 is... I think we could come up with 14 people that are clearly better than him. As far as this list goes, yeah, it's a good spot on this list.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you Prince is better than Randy Rhoads or anybody else, but I mean,
yeah,
he's definitely better than Keith Richards. I can tell you that.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Prince is a great guitar player, man. He's
amazing.
I've tried covering some of his songs, and it's, for me, man, it's not easy. It's not
I think if we sat here and we built a list between us and the group, and we came up with 15 players, I don't think Prince would be here.
I mean, he wouldn't be on mine personally, but
right.
Yeah.
But he's amazing. Once you start getting 20, 30, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. All right, let's go on here.
I don't know.
Tony Iommi, number 13. There he is.
Okay.
Okay, I think
I love Tony.
Okay.
He's an innovator. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Tony Iommi's better than Randy Rhoads.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not.
Revolutionary. Sabbath was doing things that nobody else was doing at the time, but I can't tell you that Tony's better than Prince, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Randy Rhoads. None of them.
Yeah.
No disrespect. I love Tony.
I know. This is tough. Some of them are tough.
Yeah, some of them are a joke, some of them are legit, and some are tough. Yeah,
it's
hard.
I
think
it's hard. This list is tough because if you're, it's a singer-songwriter in some cases.
Yeah,
it's hard to think about it. Like top shredding guitar players that have a lot of skills. Tony Iommi's not on there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
All right,
but if you think about impact
if this list was based off of like guitar skill, I mean, Michelangelo, who didn't even make the list, is going to be in like the top 2.
Yeah.
Tony Iommi is awesome though.
The people who made this list, I don't think they're big time guitar players. They're just
know how to tune one.
Yeah, they all just got in a room and said, "Okay, what does everybody think?" And people just started throwing stuff out there. All right, let's move on. Number 12. Who is number 12, man? I don't know. Is that B.B. King? No, Jimmy Nolan. Not familiar with Jimmy Nolan.
He's better than Randy Rhoads. I know that.
Been around for a while.
I mean, he looks like he's 7 feet tall, given the size of his hand on that neck.
Yeah, really.
Or that's a really small neck.
I guess he was I'm going to take a guess here and say he played in James Brown's band. I guess. Yep, James Brown's band. Yep. Yeah, okay. Well, he had some great funky rhythms, but as far as being number 12, I don't know about that.
A little high for me.
Yeah. I think that's a little too much there. All right, we're getting closer to the top 10. Who is Santana, number 11? What's y'all's thoughts?
I've never been a big Santana guy. I'm not going to sit here and discredit everything he's done, but that's high for me.
Same. Seems high.
He's never done anything. Like, I've never listened to a Carlos play and say, he's just never made me feel anything. I'm not saying that other people he doesn't touch other people, but me personally, I just don't get anything off of him.
I don't either. And when he won all those Grammys all those years ago, sometimes when I go in the truck stop and I have to get fuel and I have to run inside and maybe grab a soda or something, every once in a while I hear one of his songs on the speakers overhead, and I'm just like, still don't get it. even all these years, I'm like, I still don't get it.
Hey, he reinvented himself though at such an older age. I'll give him all the credit in the world for doing that.
He did. And he was at Woodstock. He's still around. What was that song I heard? Smooth with Rob Thomas. That's what it was over the speakers, and I was like, oh my God, I couldn't stand that song then. I don't like it now. But hey, he did reinvent himself. He won some Grammys, so good for him. I don't know. What do you think, Larry? Santana fan?
I don't know. I could listen to it, but number 11, no way.
He's better than Stevie.
Yeah, I don't agree with the placement either.
This article is going to put the Rolling Stone out of business.
I'm telling you. All right, let's move on to number 10.
Top 10. Here we go.
There we go. Duane Allman. Okay, yeah, I can dig that. Duane Allman's incredible player, slide player. Allman Brothers Band. Yeah, I can dig it. I'm cool with that.
I love Duane.
Yeah, I think that's a good number.
It's not my top 10, but that's okay. I makes sense.
Right.
I get it.
Nathan, you can answer this question. Mr. Ted Fair says, where's Eric Johnson on the list? Where was he?
205.
205.
I remember that because I was furious when I saw it.
205. God.
Robbie Krieger from the Doors. Everybody knows I'm a big Doors fan. He was like at the very start of the list at like 248, and I start seeing all these names that are better than him, and I was just like, "You're serious right now?"
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Metalhead Hippie says Allman Brothers, one of my favorite bands. I love the Allman Brothers.
I do
actually
too.
Got to see Greg Allman solo. I don't know, man, about 7 years ago at Harris Cherokee, and it was, he was. That was about a year or two before Greg Allman passed, but I got to see him live, and he was incredible. All right, the Dogma says it's drum roll time. Get ready for number 9. He's been literally barking about that.
Yep.
So he says get ready. So here we go. Number 9 out of 250 greatest guitarists of all time, according to Rolling Stone. Number 9 is what? Joni Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell.
Okay. All right then. So that is bewildering. I don't understand.
She's better than Duane Allman.
And Randy Rhoads and Stevie Ray Vaughan.
A folk singer and all that genre, yeah. But
cool.
Greatest guitar player of all time. So I guess that's how they're doing this now. Greatest guitarist is not just on technique. Obviously, they're not basing it just on that. It's songwriting as well, because I don't know. Things have changed since these polls when I was younger. Back then, it was about how good a guitarist was, not in a songwriting aspect. So things are different, man.
I mean, so we're going to see Taylor Swift here soon?
Dude, I hope not. I'm going to throw this chair across the room if that's the case.
Is she the greatest guitar player of all time?
Right up there with Joni Mitchell.
I hope Nathan was kidding. But
this.
Oh, my God. Dang. All right. Number 9, Joni Mitchell. Moving on. We're in the top 10, folks. Who will be number 1? Don't know. I have no clue.
Number. Get it right.
Oh, B.B. King. And number 8. Okay. All right. I'm cool with that placement.
I love BB.
I'm good with that.
BB, I've seen him live. Amazing.
The one thing I'll tell you about BB King, there's two things I love about BB King, actually. One is he can play the same song on 14 different live albums, and he makes it different.
He does. Yeah.
And the other thing I'll say about him is nobody puts more feeling into one note than BB King.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah. I'm just trying to look at the comments here.
It's
here we go.
Stupid.
Yeah, some of this list, some of these placements are ridiculous. The Dog Post says, I think he says he got to meet Greg Allman. I got to meet Greg and hang just off stage from him live with his girlfriend and my girlfriend back in 1991. Wow.
Dang.
That's
awesome.
cool. I wish I could do that, or I could have. Yeah.
But
man.
I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that BB King's better than Stevie Ray Vaughan and everybody else in the world, but it's subjective because it's different.
Absolutely. Yeah. Larry, what do you think? BB King at number 8. Do you think that's a fair placement?
That's a tough one. No.
It is, isn't it? Oh, he says no. Okay.
He wouldn't be in my top 10.
Okay. All right.
But I like
this
him.
is all about. Give your 2 cents, man.
I mean, in this list, and that's great.
Okay.
But the question is he better than Joni Mitchell?
I don't
Yes.
know, man.
Yes, absolutely.
Obviously.
Yes, in my opinion, yes.
Yeah, it's
All
hard.
right,
It's
let's
so
move
hard.
on. Number 7. Who is number 7? Guitarists of all time. Oh, okay. This is Nile Rodgers. Great he's been in a bunch of different bands. Massively influential, they say. He's been in so many songs. Disco hits like La Freak and Good Times. Yeah. I
feel like Nile Rodgers was more famous for being a producer than he was a guitar player.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got his place in music history. Don't get me wrong.
Definitely.
But he placed above David Gilmour. And some of the others we've seen.
And Joni Mitchell.
And
Joni's insane, man. She needs to be number 1.
She shreds.
We all used to watch Paul.
The Joni Mitchell signature series. Do what now?
We all used to watch Paul Gilbert's Intense Rock. He watched her do Intense Rock.
Oh yeah, my God.
Paul Gilbert also didn't make the list.
No.
He didn't.
Come on.
Paul Gilbert did not make the list as far as best 250 guitar players of all time.
Oh man.
Where's Andy Timmons?
Huh?
Yeah, that's
Andy
good
Timmons.
question.
At 251 maybe, because it wasn't on this list.
Stop.
Damn, that's crazy. Martin Hensley says he learned a lot from BB. Yes, absolutely.
I like
We all did.
Speaking of the Allman Brothers, Metalhead Hippie says Dickie Betts rules. Yeah, he's great too, man. I don't. Was he on here, Nathan? Did you see him on the list, Dickie Betts?
I believe he was, but he wasn't in the top 50.
It was way up there. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on here.
I'm getting scared.
I'm getting nervous too, man. All right, number 7, Nile Rodgers. I mean, wow. Number 6. What? Rosetta Tharpe? Huh?
Sister Rosetta Tharpe.
Okay.
All I know is she's better than Stevie.
Wow, man. Okay. Well, I'm not even going to comment on this one. I don't understand. No, I don't get it.
I don't know who she is.
Larry, any thoughts?
I don't know who she is, so I don't know how she's in the top 10.
I don't either.
If
I'm
I
sorry, y'all,
if I don't know him, then I can't say anything nice about him.
There we go. Jeff Beck, number 5.
Yes.
All right. I agree with that. I think that's cool.
Jeff Beck's incredible. I'm not a big fan of his music, but I'm not gonna sit here and watch it. But like, he's one of those guys that I'm not gonna sit here and listen to a lot of his stuff. I'm not gonna sit here and attempt to play a lot of his stuff. But when I watch him play, he's incredible.
I agree with that. I saw him in concert, and it was amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm not gonna drive around in my car with listening to that.
No, it's just not my style.
Yeah, I couldn't get into his stuff, but I forgot who it was that asked about that, if Jeff Beck was on the list, who it was in the chat, but there you go, number 5, Jeff Beck. There it is. Yeah, I remember when I was in one of the bands I was in, and Dave, the drummer, let me borrow Jeff Beck. I forget the name of the cassette he let me borrow, and I tried listening to it going down the road in the rig. This is how long ago it was, when the rig had a cassette deck. God, mighty long time ago. And I just couldn't get into it. I mean, nothing grabbed me. It just didn't.
I believe it was.
As far as him as a
I believe it was the Jeff Beck's Guitar Workshop. I believe that was it.
Could have been, but I don't remember. I remember I used to, him on the cover.
I used to raid your cassettes back in the day.
Oh, okay. But I would listen to it, and because Dave was like, "This is amazing." I mean, it wasn't like his commercial hit. It wasn't that. It was like an album or two before that, one of his older ones. And he was like, "You need to listen to this, man. It's great." And I had it for like a week, and I gave it back to Dave, the drummer. I said, "Here you go, man. Thanks. What'd you think?" "Oh yeah, okay." No, I didn't say that. And I said, "Man, it's okay. I just wasn't for me. You know, I just like what I like, man. That's it. I mean, everybody's that way. A lot of people have a huge musical palette, and I just never been that way. I just like what I like, and I don't go outside of that realm. You know, it's just the way I am." All right, number 5, Jeff Beck. Number 4, will we get to the top? Let's see. Eddie Van Halen, number 4. Okay. That's a tough one for me. Eddie, one of the biggest influential guitarists of all time. Man, he should be in the top 2 in my opinion.
Yeah, Eddie's probably my top 2. If this was my list, Stevie's my number 1 and Eddie's my number 2.
Yeah. It's when we get done, I'll give you my 1 and 2. But Larry, what's your thoughts?
I think, I don't know. Maybe I'd have him at 3.
Okay.
But 2's possible. I don't know. I don't really group people by numbers. I kind of just go, I like these 5. They're interchangeable, sort of. So Eddie's an innovator. He's in his own class. But there's a couple guys like that. I can't really put him in a number.
Yeah. Some of them are difficult.
I don't have a 1 because he could be a 1 as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll give you my top 2 when we get done. R3 says number 4. What? This magazine
is crazy.
Is officially banned.
I could. Yeah, he's a number. He's 2, 3 for me.
Jeff makes a good point. Depends on who's above Eddie in this.
That's my first thought.
In this list, yeah. Martin Hensley said, "No way, Eddie should be number 1."
It depends who's ahead of him.
Yeah. Rodolfo chimes in. He says, "Eddie is a great player. I do not like any of his music."
Ooh.
Okay. Just saying. That's fine, man. You got your own opinion.
My friend Austin's like that. He's more of a Randy Rhoads guy than he is Eddie Van Halen.
No, I respect that. I respect everybody's opinion. I don't. If nobody can't stand Van, I'm not going to sit here and say nothing. I mean, it's their right, you know.
I'm more of a Randy guy too, but I put them on the same levels.
Yeah,
I've always done that too.
So you put Eddie at 22 like they did.
Yeah, Eddie Van Halen at number 4. All right, moving on. Rolling Stones 250 greatest guitarists of all time.
Number 3.
And you know a list like this will come out again in another year or two. So, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Moving on from Eddie. Who was at number 3? Ooh, Jimmy Page, number 3.
No.
I don't know, man.
Not for me personally, but no. I mean Jimmy Page. I'm not gonna say he was terrible or anything, but I mean, just not for me.
I mean, Led Zeppelin. Come on, man, classic. I love playing a couple of their songs here in my set list here when I play live. Rock and roll and a couple others that are fantastic. I don't know. I could see that more, maybe about a 7 or 8. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't see Eddie behind him.
No, I can't either. No, I can't either.
Eddie should.
No.
Jimmy Page was great. He had some, killer licks. Everybody, loved Jimmy Page, but I don't think he really changed the game like Eddie did. Like when Led Zeppelin come out, I don't think there was a whole lot of people that just like revolutionized like what they did based off of what Jimmy was doing. I mean, people were obviously playing Les Pauls before him. As soon as Eddie came out, everybody's striping up their guitars.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Jimmy Page, number 3. All right. I haven't seen the one I've had in my mind. I haven't seen him yet. He might be on here. I don't know. The fat lady hadn't sung yet. So let's see. Jimmy Page, number 3. We're moving on to number 2. Here we go. Come on, computer. Hurry up. Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry's at number 2. Okay. Chuck Berry definitely has his place in rock and roll guitar and all that stuff. Number 2.
A little high for me.
I could see it at around 10. 8 or 10, I could see that, maybe. There's no doubt that Chuck Berry changed the game for his era. I love his songs, even though they all kind of sound the same. But, still love Chuck Berry. Larry, what you think?
I can't.
Oh, okay.
So, this is insane. Why is he a top guitar player?
Well, I don't know. That's what Rolling Stone thinks.
I mean, no.
Oh, man.
No. I don't.
He took all of his licks from Marty McFly anyway.
No. I mean, now we got Eddie Van Halen's been beat by Chuck Berry.
Oh, man. Marvin? Oh, Lord.
I still love that video where the guy played what he actually
Marvin.
played.
Listen to this.
Oh, that's great.
I love that from Back to the Future. That was slick. Whoever decided to put that in the film, that's genius. All right, here we go. We made it down to the number 1 spot. Who gets the number 1 spot? Greatest guitar player of all time?
Taylor Swift.
It is. There it is. Hendrix.
Oh.
That was what was in my head right there. Jimi Hendrix. That I'm cool with. That was my number 1 in my head. And Eddie was going to be my number 2.
Definitely.
That was how I was going to have it for me.
I could do that.
That was just my opinion. So yeah, Hendrix number 1 and Eddie number 2, because those are two different eras, man. 2 different eras. So
But the way Eddie changed the game and everybody was doing what he was doing because nobody was doing that at the time is the same thing with Hendrix.
Absolutely. Hendrix blew the damn door down. Yeah. Let me get some comments here. Mark Pell says, I love Jimmy Page, not number 3 of all time, though. Jimmy made it cool to play sloppy and loose. That helped me a lot, Mark says. Ted Fair says, yeah, there you go. Hendrix and Eddie. Yeah, that was my top 2. Yep, exactly. That was what it was. Oh, my goodness.
Well,
Hendrix and
Not a
Eddie.
bad top 5 that Metalhead AP says. Not a bad top 5. Yeah, it's not bad. What, son?
Yeah,
what was you saying?
it's the other 45 I have a problem with.
Oh, that was good, though. Wow, that was great. Man. The top 250. All right, Nathan, give me your list. You said of people that did not make it, that should have made it.
Okay, these are. I'm not saying that they should have made it because there's some guys on here. There's some guys on here that I wouldn't really say they're the greatest guitar player in the world, but I mean, there's a few guys on here that I think should have made the list.
Okay.
You got guys like
honorable mentions here.
Like JJ Cale. JJ Cale didn't make the list. He used to,
Oh yeah, he
he
wrote
used
a
to
lot
play
of
with
songs for
a lot of songs with Clapton.
right?
And he wrote, Call Me the Breeze and stuff like that. He was always on the Eric Clapton Crossroads festivals.
That's right. In the first couple, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Tom Schultz from Boston didn't make the list.
Wow. Damn. I love Boston, man.
Yep. Brad Whitford from Aerosmith. Told you he didn't make the list earlier.
Yeah, he didn't make the list. Wow.
This one shocked me. Peter Frampton didn't make the list. Because I think everybody in the 70s had Frampton Comes Alive.
Yeah, I love that album. Yeah.
Tommy Emmanuel didn't make the list.
Great acoustic player, yeah.
Yngwie Malmsteen didn't make the list. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
Jakey Lee wasn't on there for me.
I love him.
I can show you why he didn't make the list here in just a minute when we get ready to wrap up. I got proof. I got proof why he didn't make it. But go ahead.
This one was a big one for me. George Lynch didn't make the list.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
I love George so much. This one, Dad, I know you're going to have a problem with. Neil Schon did not make the list.
Wow, Neil Schon's amazing.
Neil Schon from Journey did not make the list. Zakk Wylde did not make the list.
Oh, boy. Wow. Zakk Wylde did not make the list. Damn.
Zakk Wylde.
Wow.
I talked about Marty Friedman and Dave Mustaine earlier.
Yeah.
Paul Gilbert, I talked about earlier. Alex Skolnick didn't make the list. I like Alex Skolnick.
Yeah.
Jason Becker did not make the list.
Wow. Damn.
John Petrucci did not make the list.
Yeah, Ted Fair just said, did Neil Schon make the list? No, sir, he did not. He did not.
Steve Stevens did not make the list.
Wow, Steve Stevens didn't make it. Damn.
Reb Beach didn't make the list.
Oh, wow.
Warren DeMartini did not make the list.
There it is, Ted Fair. Nope, Warren DeMartini did not make it. Yeah.
Vito Bratta did not make the list.
Oh, Larry, there you go. Man, isn't that just...
No Vito. Vivian Campbell didn't make the list.
Damn.
Richie Kotzen did not make the list.
Wow, man.
Steve Morse did not make the list.
Crazy.
John Five didn't make the list.
Oh, shit.
Herman Lee did not make the list.
He's another incredible player, man.
And then I wrote a couple of these guys down. This isn't my cup of music, but they're guys that I feel like should have been on the list. Wes Montgomery.
Okay.
Old jazz guy.
Okay.
Larry Carlton.
Yeah.
I know the name, yeah.
Charlie Christian.
Right.
And then you got guys like Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Kenny Wayne Shepherd didn't make the list.
Damn.
Ronnie Montrose didn't make the list.
Oh, man. Wow.
I didn't think he would make the list, but I feel like he was an honorable mention. Satchel. Satchel's great.
Oh, yes. That's incredible.
Ty Tabor didn't make the list.
Oh, man. I love Ty Tabor.
Underrated guy.
Yeah, very underrated.
This one I had a problem with. Brian Setzer.
I think he should have made the list. I mean, he's
Brian
incredible
Setzer,
for that
absolutely.
rockabilly style. He's incredible, man.
Yep.
Andy Timmons, I don't think he made the list.
No.
Ted Fair wants to know. Yep, he did not. I'm sorry, Ted. He didn't.
I talked about Dweezil Zappa earlier. Eric Gales didn't make the list.
Damn. What about Martin Hensley wants to know about Nuno Betancourt? Did he make the list?
Yes, Nuno was. The number might be a little bit off, but it was in the. He was in the 200s.
Oh wow!
So I mean, Nuno Betancourt isn't really up there with the likes of Joni Mitchell, but I digress.
Crazy, Larry.
That's insane.
Go ahead, Nathan. Continue.
George Thorogood didn't make the list.
Okay.
The two guys from Night Ranger, Brad Gillis and Jeff Watson.
Wow, man.
They didn't make the list.
Damn.
Michael Burks didn't make the list. I like Michael Burks.
See, this whole thing he's reading off could have been a whole nother list of actual great players.
Yeah, it already has its own list. It's called Guitar Players That Are Better Than Rolling Stone Magazine.
Top 50.
That's right.
Steve Winwood didn't make the list.
Steve Winwood, okay.
Rick Emmett didn't make the list. From Triumph.
Yeah, wow. Damn.
I put a couple guys on here, honorable mentions. They play like metal and stuff, but like the two guys from Lamb of God, I feel like they should have been on there.
Okay.
Matt Heafy from Trivium's great. This one I was a little shocked about. Doyle Branham II. He's always on those Eric Clapton Crossroads festivals.
Oh, yeah.
You figured he would have been on there somewhere. Kebmo wasn't on there. Robert Fripp wasn't on there.
What about Ted Fair wants to know about Michael Schenker? Was he on the list? Do you know?
No.
He
Michael
was
Schenker was not on the list.
Wow,
There's not
man.
Mark Knopfler. Robin Trower.
Mark Knopfler was, yes.
Robin
He was on
Trower.
there.
Okay.
It was Trower, right? Robin Trower.
Yeah, I don't know if he was or not.
I can't remember if I saw him or not on there. Johnny Winter, I was shocked wasn't on there. Jeff Healey wasn't on there.
Oh, my God. Jeff Healey should have been on there easy, man.
Definitely.
He's blind.
Sean Lane wasn't on there. Sean Lane was known as like one of the fastest guitar players in the world.
Damn.
I remember reading a thing years ago that he picked 18 notes per second.
What was that one guy and Nathan in Woodstock that played? Oh God, I'm drawing up. He was really quick, and he sang and played. Was it Alvin Lee? I think that was his name.
Albert Lee?
No, I think it was Alvin Lee. There's Albert Lee is a chicken picker. Plays the. I think this guy's name was Alvin Lee. I think Can Heat, was it Can Heat? I think that was I can't remember. Anyway, I don't think he made it. Alex Lifeson, Ted Fair. Is Alex Lifeson on the list?
Alex Lifeson did make the list,
He
yes.
did make the list. Okay.
The two guys from Slipknot, they didn't make the list.
Wow.
Gus
Okay.
Gus G, I've always liked him. There he is right here. Andy Timmons, yeah, he didn't make the list.
Okay. What about Johnny Winter?
Johnny
Was he
Winter
on
did
the-
not make the list, no.
Damn. Golly.
Chris Broderick played with Megadeth. He didn't make the list.
Damn.
This one shocked me. Joe Bonamassa did not make the list.
Holy moly.
Richie Sambora did not make the list.
10 years after, Dogpa. Thank you. Yeah, isn't that his name, Alvin Lee? Was that right, Dogpa? Yeah, 10 years after. Yeah, he was incredible. Yeah, I don't guess he was on there, but that's who I was trying to think about.
I don't remember seeing him.
Go ahead.
Phil Collin from Def Leppard didn't make the list.
Wow, man.
That one kind of shocked me. Not as much as this one, though. Ace Frehley didn't make the list.
I was going to ask you if Ace even made it, but
Nope.
he didn't. Wow. Okay.
Jeff
Alvin Lee, I was
Loomis
right.
didn't. Jeff Loomis didn't make the list. Rusty Cooley didn't make the list.
Wow.
Alex
Yeah.
Skolnick.
Alex Skolnick did not make the list.
R2 says F Rolling Stone magazine.
Seriously.
Yes.
Tony McAlpine didn't make the list.
Here's another one people are asking about. Joe Walsh. Did he make
Joe
the list?
Walsh did make the list. He was in the lower end of the he was in the double digits.
Yeah, okay. Okay, cool.
Alexi Leho didn't make the list. Jeff Heineman didn't make the list from Slayer, which I thought was funny because Kerry King made the list. You figured they would have put them together like they did the two guys from Metallica, Hetfield and Hammett, but I guess not.
Yeah,
Al Di Meola didn't make the list.
wow.
I was thinking
Louis,
that
Electric
before.
Gypsy Blues. Yeah, Tony Iommi did make the list. Yeah, he was in
What was he? What was he?
like, he was in the right above the top 10, I think.
Yeah.
Like 12 or 11 or something. We got people asking you these, Nathan. I'm going to ask you real quick, and you can continue. What about Gary Rosington?
103.
Oh, okay. What about Roy Gallagher?
Roy Gallagher was in the double digits, I believe.
Okay. Alan Holdsworth?
I don't think he was on the list. John McGoffin was, though, yes.
Okay. Richie Kotzen? I don't think he made it, did he?
Nope, no Richie Kotzen.
No.
KK Downing, Glenn Tipton?
Yes, they made the list.
They did.
I think they were in the hundreds. So what really blew my mind is the two guys from Maiden. They made the list, but they were in like the 80s. And if you're going to sit here and tell me that the guys from Metallica as far as like double guitars or kicking the guys from Maiden, you're fooling yourself.
Yeah, it's something.
These next two kind of shock me. Albert Lee didn't make the list.
Wow.
Or Brad Paisley.
Damn, Brad Paisley is incredible.
The list. Bruce Kulick didn't make the list.
Bruce Kulick, not Kulick. Yeah, Kulick.
Frank Marino didn't make the list.
Oh, wow.
One of my favorite players didn't make the list. Blue Saraceno.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, Blue Saraceno.
People probably even know who the hell that is.
No,
Man.
and I had Doug Aldrich on here too. He didn't make the list.
He's incredible. Yeah.
Uli John Roth, he didn't make the list.
Ted says, did Rob Chapman make the list? I don't think so. Rob Chapman. Oh, my God.
Hey, if Taylor Swift didn't make the list, neither does Rob.
Rob Chapman, he's on there, man.
Oh, my God.
He's in this list.
Oz Fox from Stryper, he didn't make the list.
Oh, man.
Robert Randolph didn't make the list.
Oh, wow. Damn.
John Sykes didn't make the list.
Damn.
Frank Gambale.
Gambale. Yeah.
He didn't make the list. Greg Howe, he didn't make the list.
Damn.
Chris Bolin, he didn't make the list.
Wow.
And the last guy I have on here is Robert Fripp, didn't make the list.
Wow. That's a great list, man.
All guys that didn't make it. Oh, I skipped over these two. Mick Mars and CeCe DeVille. They didn't make it either.
What about Jeff? That'd be Jeff Skunk Baxter. I don't know if he was on the list or not.
I believe I saw his name on there. Yes.
Okay.
Where's Slash?
Slash was in the double digits. Uli John Roth, nope, didn't make it.
No. Okay.
Gary Clark made it.
Gary Clark Jr. Yep, he made it.
We found him.
Hey, Leo Metal Guy. He just wanted to pop in and say, hey, thank you, man. Thank you for dropping in and saying hello, man. Thank you so much. It's nice to see you.
If you think the top 50 of this list made you mad, wait till you see the other 200.
I'm looking at it.
Oh, are you really?
It's horrible.
Joe Walsh is 130.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, I thought he was in the double digits.
Ike Turner is 148.
Ike Turner.
What is Ike Turner known for besides beating his wife?
I don't know, man.
Oh, my God. Oh, man.
Dickie Betts, 145.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So he was on there. Okay, cool. Man. God,
And then I believe Keith Urban was in like 220 or 230 or something like that.
They got the guy from Meshuggah on here, 141.
Okay.
One of the biggest problems I had is you had all these names that I just mentioned that didn't make the list, but then you got like the guitar players for the B-52s were on there.
Oh, God. Love Shack, baby. Oh.
So what you're telling me is Yngwie's Far Beyond the Sun doesn't make the cut. But God forbid, we got to have Rock Lobster on here.
That's right. Oh, my God, man. You was talking about, I wanted to tell you that I thought I had to say this. It's funny because it literally made me laugh. I had a comment from a troll the other day, and what these dumbasses don't realize is they put these comments up, and what they don't realize who gets the last laugh. You know, it's the person that owns the channel, right? It's common sense. So you remember, Nathan, I got the George Lynch. We're talking about George Lynch did not make the list, which he should have, you know. And I got the George Lynch LTD. Well, I did a cover of Wicked Sensation, right? And, you know, look, I know that I can't play like that, you know. And this guy put on there, this dumbass, he put, this is why I don't buy artist model guitars, because of this video right here. This is the easiest song George Lynch ever wrote, and you're not even in the ballpark. That's what he said.
That is not even the easiest song George ever wrote.
Fucking idiot. So he's just fucking stupid, man. His fucking avatar was like a fucking rooster or some shit. Of course, I click on his shit, and he ain't got shit. He ain't got nothing.
Yeah, they never do.
They never do. And
freaking
said,
keyboard
okay.
warriors, man.
Yeah, this is funny, man. I saw that. I said, I wasn't going to say nothing, but when you said George Lynch didn't make the list, and that clicked in my head,
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, okay, all right, bro, I hear you, man."
Yeah, George's been in. George is probably in my top 10 just because I've been obsessed with him for the past 2 years. My thing with George is he's so good at. He's like I talked about earlier. He's so good about leaving you wanting more. Like he never overstays his welcome. His solos are so short and sweet. He does these wicked licks, and it's just like, oh man, that's it. And,
Yeah, he's incredible, man.
I mean, look at the solo for "It's Not Love." It don't last for more than 12 seconds.
Yeah, it's incredible though. There's so much jammed in that little bit of time.
Yep.
I was like, oh man, that's great.
How you liking that list over there, Larry?
He's looking at it.
I'm trying to find who wrote it, and there's no name on it.
Anonymous.
Yeah, I wouldn't put my name next to it either.
Nobody's taking credit for this.
Who wrote this? Oh, we have no idea. Somebody just mysteriously put it up there.
I asked ChatGPT who the top 50 are. And number 1 is Hendrix, number 2 is Clapton, 3 is Jimmy Page, 4 B.B. King, 5 Dwayne Allman, 6 Stevie Ray, Eddie Van Halen 7, Gilmore, Chuck Berry, Jeff Beck. That's our top 10. That's what ChatGPT says. That's a better list than what Rolling Stone made.
Yeah, man, it was. I do know John Mayer was like number 61, I believe. Of course, Derek Trucks was on there. He was in like the 80s, I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that this list needs to be overruled with like, nothing but like shred gods. But I mean, guys like Paul Gilbert. Everybody growing up had that Paul Gilbert's Intense Rock. Yeah, Paul Gilbert was like everybody's guitar teacher growing up.
I couldn't never play none of that shit. I would just put the tape in and just watch him play. I would just be like, I remember when Nathan was little, I said, "Nathan, you got to get here and watch this." And he would play, and I was like, "Can you believe, how do you play that fast?" And I would just rewind it, watch it, rewind it, and watch it. Give me an L, give me an I. What does that spell? Licks. God damn. You tore that shit up, boy. Man.
Jeff Beck kind of is, I don't know, it kind of hit me while we were all talking about it. Like, he's in the top 5. Right. But nobody listens to anything he does. It's kind of weird.
Well, that's what it was for me. I did watch his, what was that live thing he had, live at Ronnie Scott's or something? Am I saying that right? The venue? I actually watched that, I don't know, earlier this year, and it was really good. Then I watched an interview with him where he was talking, and he was doing some licks like on an acoustic or something. It was incredible. And the thing that gets me with him is he rarely used a pick. Everything was just finger picking, and I was like, damn. I was like, how do you get so articulate with like that? I don't know. I've always just practiced with a pick. I can't finger pick worth a damn. So
seeing him live was amazing, but outside of that, I don't listen to Jeff Beck.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll tell you somebody on the list I just now thought about that I kind of had a problem with was Paul McCartney was on the list.
Yeah, he's on the list.
But he was more known for being the bass player for the Beatles. I guess he played guitar in Wings, but
yeah.
I can't remember how high he made it on the list, but when I saw stuff like that, like Willie Nelson was on there for like greatest guitar players of all time.
Him and Trigger.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
I saw Paul McCartney somewhere, but Richie Blackmore. Yeah, it's 75.
Richie Blackmore was crazy good.
Jay Mascis.
Yeah, he's incredible. Metalhead Hippie wants to know if I'm sorry to interrupt. Metalhead Hippie wants to know if Roy Clark was on the list.
I believe he was.
He was insanely good. One of the musicians from Hee Haw from back in the day when I was little.
Wait, no. I don't think Roy Clark was on there actually. I think I was thinking of Jerry Reed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think Roy Clark was on there.
John Mayer, 61.
Yeah. I mean, he's not as good as Joni Mitchell, so that's accurate.
What about Glenn Campbell? Was he on the list?
I don't remember seeing Glenn Campbell on there.
Okay, he should have been on there. I mean, he has an incredible resume. He was an amazing player. If anybody has never seen that documentary with Glenn Campbell called "This Is Me." I highly suggest you should watch that. It kind of shows him before he got really, really bad with his Alzheimer's. But it's a wonderful documentary. Glenn Campbell, "This Is Me." It's a great, great, great documentary.
Yeah, and the big guy right now that everybody's like going crazy over is Tim Henson. He made the list. I'm like, the dude is insane. Like, he's a good guitar player, but he plays for that band Polyphia. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of them, but I don't like it. It's not for me. It's almost like somebody took a whole bunch of ingredients that don't make sense, put it in a bowl, gave it a little toss, and said, "Here you go."
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's that math rock genre.
Yeah.
Tosin Abasi is number 99.
Yeah. Wow. Man. Good Lord.
Yeah, it was a joke, man.
Yeah.
RT says, is Esteban on that list?
No Esteban.
He would be for worst guitar sales. Yeah, I mean, that guitar I bought. Well, no, it wasn't me. My wife got it for me. It was an absolute piece of dog shit.
I'm kind of going through it too. So Joe Satriani was numbered 94.
Yeah. Wow.
And Kurt Cobain was on here for number 88, I believe. Yeah, 88.
Wow. I remember one time he was at like 12 or 10.
Yeah.
And one of these polls years ago, I said, what? And he had beat Eddie Van Halen. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Where's Steve Vai at? If
He's Steve Vai was in like 100 and it's 120, 130, something like that.
Yes, R2. Keith Urban did make the list.
He was like 220 something, I believe.
Yeah, he's an incredible guitar player. I love his guitar playing.
I saw him. I lied. I said Larry Carlton didn't make the list. He did make the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Adrian Smith and Dave Murray of Iron Maiden got 83, while Hetfield and Hammett got 23.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Marcus King is incredible.
Yeah, he says Marcus King is the next generation of guitar heroes.
I also said Wes Montgomery didn't make the list. He also made the list. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
Steve Vai's 127.
Yeah.
127. Steve Vai. Wow. Man, that's an insult. Yeah.
I tell you, I didn't name them on my list, but because I've always thought they were underrated. But the two guys from Warrant, I've always thought they were underrated.
Yeah.
They were so sick.
Great.
I like that.
They were great. Yeah.
Well, that
Great
said,
songs.
I like Skid Row, Sabo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave Snake Sable, yes. That's a great question. The doctor says, did Les Paul make the list?
Yes, he did.
Les Paul did make the list.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
He was
Yeah,
number
that's good.
68.
Okay.
I mean,
All
I'm gonna put all the '80s guys on my list. So,
Oh, yeah.
so
Same
I'm like,
here.
Where's Skid Row? Where's
Yeah, absolutely.
the guys from Warrant? Where's
Yeah. Ry Cooder made the list. T-Bone Walker, those kind of guys.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just skimming through it right here. There's a lot of people on this list that I don't know who they are, and I'm not discrediting that. I don't know who they are. So I'm not going to say anything positive. I'm not going to say anything negative. I don't know who they are.
Well, yeah, same. There's a lot I didn't know either.
Yeah, Alex Lifeson. Somebody asked about Alex Lifeson earlier. He was number 58.
Oh, okay.
ChatGPT has Jeff Healey at number 40,
Okay.
and we didn't even see Chet. We didn't even see Healey.
Oh, my
Yeah,
goodness.
this list was freaking crazy, man.
Derek Trucks, Pat Metheny.
Derek Trucks is insane.
Yeah, he's amazing, man.
Have you seen that footage of him playing with Derek and the Dominoes? They played Layla when he was like 12.
Yeah.
He's got like an Atlanta Braves hat on, and the guitar's
Yes.
bigger than he is. It's insane.
Yeah.
and he plays it just like freaking the record is. It's crazy.
Dimebag.
Yeah, Dimebag was on there.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. There you go, right there.
This is like your...
It's the same guitar Nathan's got, except...
Yeah, get some decals, man.
I need the decals.
Put some decals on that bad boy.
This is what I was going for when I ripped my sound out.
Oh.
Because it looked like
I was
yours.
wondering what happened, because I saw you go like... You went like this, and you were looking around, and it went click, and it just went off. And I was like, what? Man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I did.
It's all good, man.
I had to kind of restart.
Well, folks, we are hitting right at 2 hours. We just hit 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's incredible. And I need to get up out of this chair. I sat in this chair for a long time last night on Stafford's live stream. I was in this thing for 3 hours last night.
Yeah, we'd have been here for 7 hours if we went through the whole list.
Yeah, I've been here quite some time.
Actually, I don't think it'd have been that long because most of it would have been like, yeah, we don't know who they are, skip.
Yeah.
It's so controversial. You couldn't even like.
Yeah.
Very. Now I just saw him. I'll say this real quick. Jerry Cantrell was on here for 189. I love Jerry Cantrell. He does simple stuff, but it sounds so cool.
It does. Yeah. Sounds really cool. Sounds awesome.
I mean, here Dimebag and Dimebag Daryl.
Well, I didn't think Dimebag was as good as Joni Mitchell.
Good point.
There you go. Yeah.
Good point.
Oh man.
Top 10 guitarist, Joni Mitchell.
I mean, I'm still mad Taylor Swift didn't make the cut.
She should have if Joni Mitchell did.
Oh man.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you.
Did
Crazy.
Did Joni Mitchell date a Kansas City Chief? No.
Good point. Good point.
Maybe she did.
All right, folks. Thank you, everybody that tuned in, who was in the live chat. Thank you so much. I want to give a big shout out to my co-host, Larry Riker. Thank you, Larry, for being here, man. And
It's been fun.
my son, Nathan, right there. Thank you, Nathan, for being here, man.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me. I just thought this would have been a fun discussion.
It was great.
You were correct. It was great. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't have nothing. I was, before I came on here, I was like, dude, I ain't got nothing. I am already tired. And I didn't get some good sleep last night. I had just had some interruptions there and just with my stomach and all. It wasn't good. Anyway. All right, everybody. Thank you so much again. And check out the description below, man, if you want any merch or any new music. If you want to see some different things on this channel, check out the playlist. There's all kind of different things there. I'm currently working on a short little film/video project. Hopefully I'll get that out before Christmas, I hope. And that's what's going on here. But until then, again, thank you to Larry and Nathan for being here. And I guess we'll see y'all in 2 weeks for another Talking Guitars and more. Until next time. See you later. Take care, everybody.
She came in